Well, so sorry about that. If you tuned in to the last broadcast for this, you will have discovered that there was no sound, and that's my fault. Do a sound check, Miles, and make sure that that's working. So apologies to anybody that tried to tune in and found that there was nothing there. So today's subject on Tech Savvy is pin interest. And pin interest is, what is it? What does it actually do? Well, pin interest was set up for people who wanted to share their cooking and recipes. So they would show a picture of it, and that would be a way of capturing what that recipe was and what it produced. And so it started with that. Now its implications in business has gone completely different, and it's now quite a phenomenon in terms of what it can achieve and do. Um, so essentially, what it is a social media platform that allows you to capture images and search its huge database of imaging and collect it. So it's great for those who are hobbyists like myself on photography and other things, but also if you're using it in a work context. So what you're going to see today is my Pinterest section, and I'll explain all its features right now. So let's go over to Pinterest. So here is a Pinterest board, and I'm just going to click on home so that we can come back to the main areas. This is my page for the British Assistive Technology Council and Association, sorry. And our aim is to raise the awareness of assistive technology in the UK. And so I have set up some pins in particular categories. So those are the ones that you can actually explore and go to. So I'm going to click on workplace because that's an area I'm particularly interested in at the moment. And so we have study areas here that we can go to. And if you notice, there's a board there with mental health on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click across to the board here with mental health. And if I press plus, it opens up the pin. Now, let me just go back again. This is what we call a board. So it's just like you've got a pin board and you're pinning things onto it. And so these are individual pins, and this whole area is the board. So let me click back in again here. And so this gives me more detail. And it says your employees want their managers and co-workers to be held accountable. Here are steps to take your promoting accountability into the workplace. So that might be something that I want to move from mental health into some other section. So here I am, I'm clicking on this area, and it's communication I'm going to put it into. There are no sections in communication that I know of, but I can create one on workplace, on teamwork, because that's what this is really about. So let's put that in there and create it. So now you're going to send it across to the communication board and have a section on teamwork for it. So what is it that I'm sending? Well, you can see there's a little icon there called toggle.com. That relates to the website. So now you've got the actual article it refers to, and it talks about key accountability in the workplace. So that's an interesting one. So there you go. You can see how you can make your image and the text that it is and put it in a place where you want it to be. So you can also add your own notes to it, and people can comment on it. I can put in a private note and say, great to discuss more about teamwork. Now, you might think, well, that's all well and good, but I'm not particularly interested in any of these topics, and I would prefer to create a section that is more applicable to what I'm interested in. So what I want to do is to take particularly photography as an option. So photography, in the workplace. So let's see what comes out of that. Okay, so here we got mental health things going on. We got some pictures, protest photographs. How good a database search is it? Well, that's an interesting question, because the two things of photography and workplace don't always get in there. So let's have a look at this one, Photo Worth. Okay, so it's a particular website we've got here rather than the area. So I'm going to go back again to it. Now I can actually save that and put it into mental health, but maybe that's an area that I would want it to go to. I can also send that pin across to other places, or even copy it and send it to an email address. So there's lots of ways that I can make that happen. So I'm going to send it to Barter Online, which is our other page that we can use to put things in. So basically there again, I can go back, and if we go into mental health, we should find that we've got just 2 pins there. And if I go back, I might be able to find the one that I was looking at. So it's been sent to 2 different places. So there we go. So in effect, those are the kinds of things that we actually have in tow. So let's go all pins. And there is my picture again. I couldn't find it in the place I wanted it to go. So let's click save. And let's put it in something at mental health there. So now let's go back to mental health and see if it's there. Let's have a look. Has my picture's gone in there? It still doesn't want to show me. Okay, fair enough. So we've got all kinds of things going on here. I'm trying to work out. So if I wanted to create a fresh area, I could create a new board completely and call it something like photography. If I could spell it properly, and disability. So there's a subject. I don't want to keep the board secret, but you could do that. And so we want to put some pins in there. So photography and disability. There's kind of different people here, I think, that might be useful to put in that category. The database uses AI to find people and discuss how this works. There's an article there on who decides how disability is represented in photography. And I'm just going down the suggested list to see if there are any pins there that I can introduce. Okay, so it goes a bit broad after that. And you can see that there are all kinds of relationship ones going on as well. So I don't know if he's a photographer, but I could include him, or is it just a picture of disability that we can put in? So I've got that now, and those are my 3 areas that I've pinned in the board. So that's a bit more fruitful. So you also get comments coming back to you, and I have 99 of them here. So obviously these are places and people where you can actually connect with others, and you can go in and search on areas of interest as well as searching them in the search window. Then stop sharing screens now. Hopefully that all made sense to you. Thank you for watching. This Techsavvy, a little bit delayed because of technical problems at my end. Do please tune into my YouTube channel and do have a look at what is going on there too. We store our Techsavvys there, and also on my website, which is here. So have a look at this. There we are. So do have a look at my website and go to the YouTube channel where all previous 42 other Techsavvys are in play. Thank you for watching. I hope that was interesting and useful to you. See you again next week.